Hello. Once again, we're here as Green City Sanitation Initiative, and we want to leave this message with you. Stop plastic pollution. Now, a lot goes into stopping plastic pollution. One of the biggest problems in the third world countries where we find ourselves in Africa is the issue of lack of potable drinking water. As such, residents are left with no other option than to buy what we call the traditional sachet water. This is water produced by companies in plastic sachets for human consumption. Now, a lot of pollution goes into this whenever there's production, so the issue of safe water is still a problem. What else? There are so many other things that are used to package in many industries using plastics. And because plastics are used in so many industries, we find that most of our food, clothing, different utensils are packaged with plastics. And what happens to these plastics once they're used? They're thrown anywhere. We have a huge problem. Because we don't have a recycling system for plastics and we don't have very much alternatives to plastic, residents and citizens are left with using plastics repeatedly and discarding in the environment, causing this type of pollution we see here. So where do we start from? Something has to be done about distribution of water to reduce the use of traditional sachet waters. Now, what happens to the packaging that industries use plastics to do? The industries need to be held responsible for the proper disposal or production of biodegradable plastics that can be used in packaging different items and used in businesses. Now, the issue of plastic is so serious because a lot of these plastics get into the land environment and affects different things, blocks our drainages, blocks our waterways, and affects even the structures we put up because most foundations are affected by these plastics within the ground. And so you have houses that are built on shaky environment, and then the flooding and the contamination and the pollution of water and disease and so many other things. Now, there is a big concept called the visual pollution. How do you live in this kind of environment? It is so smelly, it is so terrible. People are resorting to burning this plastic and releasing carbon monoxide into the neighboring environment, polluting the air and putting people at risk of respiratory tract infection. There's so much that the issue of plastic pollution is causing, and we need to do something. Come with us on Green City Sanitation Initiative, and we are out to stop plastic pollution. Thank you. Stop plastic pollution.